you could drop your biggest gem, what would you give to the world, man?
I would just say keep going. I feel like this mad cliche, but it's true. Like one of Jay-Z said one time, he said the most genius thing we did was we didn't quit, you know? And for real, because it's you could be quitting right before you about to get the gold, you know?
Yeah.
So if you want something, go get it.
Man, when my first video went viral, I had 2 kids.
What was a baby like?
Sitting in an apartment with no money. You can do it whatever your situation is. It don't matter if you're homeless right now. Figure out what it takes to, you know what I'm saying, at least get some sort of income in so that you can try to get on your feet. And you can, like, man, it don't matter what point in life you in, you can turn it around. I don't think people get that. I think they feel like they get stuck at a certain point, or they get to a certain point where they can't do what they want to do. Nah, it just... You get dedicated enough and you decide that that's what you really want to do, anybody could turn any situation around.
My favorite line is, it's either going to be your excuse as to why you never did anything, or it's going to be your life story. And it's going to make, you know, like you sleeping on the couch, now that just make your story so much more impactful, because I'm sure there's somebody else, you know, going through that. If it was just you and the kids living in a nice house, it wouldn't resonate with nobody. It wouldn't be so inspiring, and it wouldn't catch on. There ain't
now
nothing
when
to
you hear all the songs where the rappers be like, I was sleeping on the floor, I'll be geeked.
No, for real, man.
Them be my favorite lines. I'm like, I was sleeping on the couch. Hey, we ain't doing that no more.
Man.
All of the greatest leaders and the greatest entrepreneurs in the world, all of their stories, the same thing that they had in common was the fact that their greatest success was right on the horizon of their greatest failure. It was right around the freaking corner. If they just would have stuck in a little bit longer.
I'm reading this book right now. It's called The 12-Week Year. And in the 12-week year, there's like 5 stages, like an emotional roller coaster of emotions you go through as being an entrepreneur. And the first one is uninformed optimism. So, you know, you go into it with the idea like, oh, yeah, this is a good idea. We're about to make this happen. And then it's informed pessimism, where you figure out everything that has to be done. And it's like, dang, did I really just decide to do this? Or I have to do all of this to make this happen? And then you get to the Valley of Despair, which is where I'm at right now.
What's that one?
The Valley of Despair. Okay. This is where most people give up, because you're stuck between informed pessimism and the Valley of Despair. And, you know, it feels like will this ever happen? Will it ever be done? Because I've had my space for almost a year and it's still not open. Yeah. And so I'm paying rent and bills out of space I'm not even operating out of. And so it's very hard for me sometimes to keep that vision and that motivation alive when nothing's happening right now. But, you know, after this, then there is informed optimism, where you figure out what you need to do. You start to find the tools and the resources that you need to make it happen. And the 5th level is success and fulfillment. So me knowing I'm that close to the informed optimism and the next success and fulfillment, you know, that keeps me going, because I have, being a Virgo, I need systems. So I have a system to operate off of, knowing I'm that much closer to making it happen.